As the people are coming in, just join in. If you have any question, post it. We got couple of people want to look at the shares. This week there were several people sent me some shares to look at, and I want to do that first as a comment before I do the chart clinic, which is actually looking at the shares that you have, right? The first one was in here. This is questions that I got was, is it possible to earn a living by trading, or is it a myth? Now I'm going to pose that question to the audience in here. What do you all think, right? Do you think is it possible to live by trading, or is it a myth? Now living is also a relative term. Now how well do you want to live, or do you want to live just to pass through day? What is your feedback in here? I'd like to hear some of the audience who is in here. Is it possible to lead right, living by trading? Can you do it? Okay, I'm gonna send that. What does everybody think? Okay, that's Bill's calling. Okay, just hang on a minute. Bill, I'm doing the talk now. Bill, you gotta wait for me. I'm already starting the talk already, Bill. Okay, just hang on a minute. Okay. No, you gotta go to the ask people for the MCOP building. Yeah, MCOP building and go to 12th floor. Okay. Okay, bye. All right. We got a couple of it. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Peter Boo. BIMB can go higher or overvalue now. Peter, you seem to be asking a lot of the same questions, yeah, Peter. What do you think? Okay, now let's talk about trading by living. Are you trading by living, Peter? Right? Okay, we got some yes in here. Okay, Peter. Okay, I met you before, right, Peter? Okay, I just want to waiting for some reply in here about trading for living. Anyone? Everyone is just very quiet. Okay, we got another one in here. Yes and no. Okay, what's yes and no means? Alright, we have a reply here from Peter. He said yes and no. Yes to what and no to what? Okay, I'd like to hear what are your opinions to whether it is possible to trade for living, or is it a myth? Okay, I'm going to answer that question after this, but I just want to know what do you people think about it, because this is going to be a very interactive webinar where I'd like to know what you all think about it, and let me know. Okay. Hi Gunter, good to see you, Gunter. Yes, it is possible. Patrick, thanks a lot. Okay, good to see you, Gunter. Bill is on his way. Okay, Kathy, not possible. Okay, we got some people not possible. Okay, maybe. Okay, Peter is saying maybe. Okay, we got people coming in. Right. Okay, let me see who is in. Hi Steve, good to see you. Hi Tech, good to see you, Tech. Hi Theo, good to see you. Okay. Now we just to recall back where we are. Okay, we were talking about the question whether it is possible to earn a living by trading, because this is one of the questions posed by I think, right? Okay, we got here. I don't agree with entire living by trading, but it's all right for additional income. Good comment. Right, now the question we did ask everybody whether it is trading for a living. Okay, and we got a comment in here from Ming, is that trading for a living is for smart money. Haha. All right, I just want to know what do you all think about whether it's possible trading for a living or not. Okay. Okay, possible if you follow the rules. Okay, good. All right, okay. Now, good, we got some reply. Now I'm just going to give you my perspective of what I think about whether it's trading or not. Now the question is, you have to ask yourself, how much do you need in a month or expenses? Would 5,000 ringgit be enough for you? Would 10,000 ringgit be enough for you? Now that's the question you ask. One of trading as a living is one of our so-called associate, and this guy made about $2 million in the stock in the futures exchange on trading for a living, and he made $2 million. Now what he does is he had this room when I was with the one of the futures houses, and he does purely like that. Okay, so that was how he was possible trading for living, and he has a large capital base to start. Yeah, Bill is here now. You can hear his music in his background. So that's Bill. Okay. Now Bill's going to say hello to you afterwards. So what he does, he have a large capital base, and we're going to look at the kind of return. Now a lot of people come into this industry having a very small capital base, and they're like what 5,000, 20,000, and try to make a living. That do you think it's possible if you have a small capital base? What do you think? Right? If you have a small capital base, let's say less than 100,000, can you make a living trading? What do you all think? Right? Yes, Grace says it's possible. Okay, no. Ming says no. Okay, Amy say yes. Good, because some responses, some yes, some no. Now it's very important that 100,000. Then you have to ask yourself, how much do you need in a month? Okay, now if you have 100,000 and you can make 30% return in a month, 100,000 times 30%, so you're making 30,000 ringgit a month. But don't forget there are good months and bad months. I want to show you some realistic how people has been doing it, and some of the world champion in here. I'm going to show you a website in here, not this one here. Okay, the first one is the this chap here. Okay, his name is Alenga. I hope you can see this. Okay, and he is a Wyckoff trader, meaning he's a VSA trader, and very similar to what trading for. He was an engineer, as a matter of fact, with mechanical engineering and MBA from Columbia. So he done a lot of searching and read a lot of books, went through a lot of computing system, and finally found his way back in 2007 when he read that book, Master the Market by Tom Williams, which introduced him into Wyckoff volume analysis. I know some of you have heard of me talk about this before, but having said that, I just want to run through with you the kind of work and dedication that's needed to really trade for a living. So he spent a lot of time looking for the Holy Grail, and he analyzes like 3 to 5 hours every day, looking at 12 commodity markets. And yes, I have seen people who have done it very successfully, but they do have some sort of a mentorship or some sort of a proper discipline to follow with. If you're just gonna quit your job and try to do this, the chances are really against you. And he started back in 2007. So what happened was that in 2002 and 2001, he did participate in the so-called World Cup Trading Championship. Now, what is World Cup Trading Championship? It's very similar to the World Football Soccer that we are seeing. So this is a group of people. You can go to this website, or you can just Google World Cup Trading Championship, right? Or you can go to pfgbest.com, and you could see his name in here. And finally, after so many years of working hard, in 2007 he started this, and almost 5 years, now 5 years, he came close to being a world champion. And notice in here, what kind of returns is he making? The return he is making is only about 63% return. So now if you have 10,000 ringgit to trade for a living, that's not possible. You gotta have a good base, and a good base in here we're talking about somewhere between at least a minimum about 200,000 to start with, you know, for trading for a living. So if you make 60%, hey, that's not bad, man. 200,000 with a 60% return, that's 120,000 return. Now this is per year. Okay, this is per year basis. So that's what it is. Now, if you're going to have losses more than your trading, then that's going to be a problem. The problem is a lot of people don't follow some kind of rules, and end up losses and winners are not symmetrical. We did talk about that, and how you can actually make trading as part of your, I like what Ming say, part of your income generation. Now you do see in 2012 of the futures and forex, you got a person here made 208% as of June 27. Okay, now do remember this kind of return is coming off from a very small account. I believe it's only about 40,000 US dollars. So they are able to make the kind of return. And another Wyckoff trader in here in 2009, which is also a previous winner, is Tim Raymond, which is also study the VSA course, Master the Market, from Tom Williams. And both Tim Williams is a British, I believe Erlanger is American, okay, from Columbia University. Okay, now the next best person who did this is Warren Buffett. Okay, now Warren Buffett is not so much of a trading as a living. Now, just want to draw your attention over the last so-called 1980 to 2009. This is his track record that he has from 1980 to 2003. He was around earning around 40% return. Now you can see a stock chart that I have here from 995. The Berkshire Hathaway, the chart, the company that he has start off at the stock price of what price was that? Can you see this? Okay, this is not an index. Okay, this is the price of Berkshire Hathaway share. If you want to buy one unit back in 995, you have to pay 20,000. As of it today, you have to pay 123,435 US dollar per shares. Now, if you look in terms of a track record in here over the last 23 years, you can see Berkshire Hathaway has really beat through the S&P 500. So what we are talking about, the returns around 20%. Now coming across to myself and Bill, we've been doing portfolio management, and we have a track record over back to 2003, and we did some sort of a 12 to 14% return. Not so much of trading as a living, but more in terms of investing. So those kind of returns. The reason why I bring this up is to show you realistically what kind of returns you're expecting, because a lot of people who do come in into this industry are expecting to make huge returns, and like making 300% because they attended a seminar or they attended some seafood who say you can make 1000% return in 1 year. So to me, those are yet to be seen. And then Bill is actually smiling on the background. Bill, you want to say a few words to our audience here, Bill, about the types of return and the track
record? Okay, well, hello, this is Bill, and I'm really glad to be here to see you guys today. And I would like to share a few things with you. The first is that I think to be a successful investor, you need consistency of returns, meaning you don't want to have 25% return 1 year, the next year you lose 10%, then the next year you gain 8%. You want to see consistency over time, and it's the way that you select companies for your investment portfolio. You find companies that have consistent returns, consistent sales and earnings growth, consistent dividends growth, rather than erratic growth where 1 year they make 28% return, the next year they lose 10%, because the focus of building wealth is consistency, having a strategy, having a way to find your edge in the market, which we have been doing for the last few years with our managed accounts. And just to share with you, you also need to know when to buy and when to sell. This will improve your edge dramatically, because yes, if you buy high quality companies and you hold them forever, you will make reasonable returns. However, you might not get as much as if you can buy a high quality company at a reasonable price. For example, oh yeah, there's a book that we published 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, called Dividends Don't Lie, which I'm sure many of you have. And this book had a portfolio of 25 very high quality Malaysian dividend shares, the blue chip companies, the solid companies. And we just ran an Excel spreadsheet on this. If at the time of the book launch you had bought an equal weighting of all 25 shares and